What up, Bucks fans? It's Michael Pless from Real Bucks Talk. Want to talk about the Buccaneers rushing defense. I know that's been a topic, especially since last game against the Chiefs, as they allowed 189 yards on the ground. It's been a little worrisome, especially over these first quarter of the season. The Buccaneers rush defense hasn't been as stout as it has shown over the last several seasons. But let's take a dive into the numbers and really look at it here. As you see on the screen now, the numbers on this side where the mouse is, this is what the defense has given up so far. So when you look at the rushing numbers here, you see the 427 there. So they've given up 427 rushing yards so far, 4.3 yards on average. Um, Again, not great, but again, it's not terrible. You have the big week last week that was unfortunate against the Chiefs, but is it just a matter of just simple things that they can fix? I think so. But when you look at the passing and the passing defense, that's a positive. Again, allowing 5.6 yards per pass play, that's an improvement. That's pretty good, pretty solid. 14 sacks on the year, not bad. But yeah, the rush defense. Am I worried about it? I don't know. I think it's still early. I think there's little things that can be adjusted. It's a lot of it is alignment, making sure guys are in the right spot as far as containment and filling your gaps, linebacker play, front seven. So there's a lot of things to look at, but I want to show some other numbers here. Um, and here is the yards allowed. I don't know. Hopefully, you guys can see that, but I will try to highlight the numbers here. You see Tampa Bay at 12th right now. So 106. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Um, there we go. Make it a little bit bigger for you. So, as you see there, 106.8 yards given up so far per game. Last three, it's been a little over almost 120, and then obviously the last one at 189. Um, and you look at last year in 2021, they only gave up 91.6 yards per game, which was in the top half. Again, they were third behind Tennessee and Baltimore. Now, you look over here. Now, these are yards per attempt, as far as, you know, how many yards they're getting per carry. Let's look at, let me sort it back here. So here's 2022 numbers, and the Buccaneers are still top 15, 4.3 yards per carry. And you see the last one, which isn't good. You don't want to be in the 5 range, and that's what they were giving up against the Chiefs. So that is something that they got to iron out and they got to get better. But when you look at 2021, I mean, they were giving up 4.2 yards per carry, as you see here. So it's not a huge transformation of the run defense. I think the run defense is still there, and I think they're trying to play a little bit more towards coverage. And the coverage, I think, for the most part, has been a lot better. Not seeing a lot of big plays down the field given up. They're making offenses dink and dunk their way down the field. So now it just becomes more of, can these guys get back to understanding what they need to do and be assignment sound as they move forward here. And I think it's a lot of it can be coachable and fixable, especially with who they have up front, understanding they got to find ways to maybe move Vita Vea around because teams are isolating him and trying to get him out of the picture, doing a lot of double teams and stuff like that. So the Bucks got to be maybe a little bit more creative in how they are, lining up on first and second down or in, obvious run situations and making sure their guys are in the right spot. But Again, I'm not going to be too worried about it. I think you still have to play the pass first. This is a passing league, and you have to make sure, when you look at these numbers, these are the numbers that matter, especially the passing numbers, 14 sacks, and you have, um, 6 interceptions on the year so far, which is good. And you want to continue to keep that going. So, a lot of things can be cleaned up when it comes to run defense, but I don't think it's a area of concern just yet. But with that said, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know what you think of the Buccaneers run defense. Is it something we should be worried about, or is it something that can be uh, solved here within the next couple weeks coming up? So appreciate all the support. Be sure to hit the like button, comment down below what you guys think. And with that said, until the next one.